What's up YouTube, it's LDS Reliance. Today I'm going to do kind of a different video than I've done in the past. I'm going to do a video about my experiences working for a web hosting company. And that may be a little bit of a strange idea. I actually got a request from one of my subscribers to do a video on this. And at first, I didn't know quite how I would do it. But the more I thought about it, the more it kind of made sense in the spirit of my YouTube channel to do this. Early in my career, I started working for a company called Vario in Utah, and at the time they were kind of in decline, but they had been early on in the years of the internet, I guess, so to speak, in the mid-90s or so, early to mid-90s. They were one of the biggest, if not the biggest, web hosting company in the world. And so I went to work with for them. They were a good company to work for at the time, and I had a technical background, but I didn't know anything about Linux and Unix. Actually, all their servers were Unix at the time in my department. And they added Linux later, but I had never worked with Unix. I was a Windows guy before that, and so it presented a big challenge for me. So what I learned through that experience was, and why it applies to this channel, was I learned to overcome challenges through that job. I did something that was a little bit intimidating and scary to me, and I overcame that challenge. I learned how to support customers in that environment. I learned how to persevere through challenges. I mean, customers would do some weird stuff to their web servers. Lots of customizations and lots of they didn't know what they were doing, so they screwed it up pretty bad, and you would have to, on a daily basis, fix their issues for them. And so it taught me to be methodical in troubleshooting things, in thinking about things. It taught me to reach out for help to other people. There were a lot of things that I didn't know about that I needed to get help with and work as a team to solve. Those are all great things to learn for your self-reliance. It's not just, self-reliance on the face value just means relying on yourself, but really it's about knowing how to solve problems and being able to come up with answers. And a lot of times that's going to involve other people. You can't live alone. Man was not meant to be a solitary creature. What advice would I give you? Which is what my subscriber has asked me to talk about. What advice would I give to him? The first thing that you want to do is set up a server at home. You want to, even if you have to spend a little bit of money, buy an old used computer, install CentOS or one of those flavors of Linux on it, and do something with the server. Don't just install it and forget about it. That's what I did. I made a token effort to install it at home. I never really did anything with it. But you will learn more. I promise you right now, you will learn, whoops. I promise you will learn a lot more about Linux, a lot more about web hosting, a lot more about that stuff if you do it at home. Set up a website, put it live on the internet, figure out all the DNS, all of the figure out how to configure Apache, figure out how to configure SendMail, all those things that your customers are doing on their server. You need to do those things and make it live. Even if no one's ever going to see it on the internet, who cares? Just do it. That would be my biggest piece of advice. The second piece of advice I would give you is to pick a specialty. If you want to advance in that career path, you need to have a specialty. You need to be the go-to guy for a specific thing, such as, say, maybe you're the expert on Perl scripts. Anytime somebody has a weird, hairy Perl script that they're dealing with, they come to you. That's going to make you invaluable to the team. That's going to make you more valuable to the company that you work for, and you'll be able to be promoted in the future. And that would be my advice. A way to get advancement is to pick a specialty that you're really good at, you're really interested in it, and you need to know a little bit at least about all the other stuff, but you need to be an expert in one particular area. And I would try to pick that early on, learn as much as you can about that, buy books about it, play with it at home, and you're going to go far in that career. Anyways, hopefully this video has made some sense and sparked some ideas for some people. But there's a lot of times in your career, in life, when you do something that's challenging, that's a little bit scary, and it ends up later on, you know, I look back on this 15 years later, 12 years, well, 14 years later, and it was a great experience for me. I learned a lot from it. I really grew from it, and now I host my own servers all the time. So it's been something that I really enjoy doing, and I'm pretty good at. So anyway, good luck with that, and thanks for watching, guys.